And now for the LL previews. Boys going off at 12:55 and the girls at 1:30. Okay, because of the delay in the meets last year or the races last year for the LL, we actually did not get back up to Connecticut to film the LL races. So we're just going to show some open ceremony. This is from the boys' open a few days later after the LL race. So maybe a few familiar faces from last year. This year, it looks like Ridgefield is again going to be coming in as decided favorite. Now, they did not, I'm talking about from their open performance last year, because they did not win the LL title. Last year it was Danbury edging them out 59 to 70. Hall was also under 100 at 99. Then there was Staples, 123, Greenwich, Southington, and Trumbull. This year, Danbury, lost a little more. Ridgefield, of course, lost Steve Hergenroth at the top, but just about everybody else is back. So they come in this year as the favorite, have a speed rating of somewhere around 167, 168 at their most recent meets that were speed rated. They were sixth, I guess it was, at Great American Race of Champions. So they're looking good. They were the winners in Class LL, and most of the teams for the boys are that are rated well this year do come from LL. The Staples probably around 162. Have Greenwich and Danbury and 157, along with Hall from the CCC at around 157. Norwich Free Academy is at around 156, we think. New Canaan and Southington, maybe 154. And then Hamden from the SCC is probably around 151. Top guys, I'm just going to run down the name. Magnus Manley of succeeding Steve Hergenrother at the top for Ridgefield has the highest rating here of 181. He was 17th at the Great American Race of Champions, and behind him, and not too far behind at the FCIAC meet, but then again, I don't know that Magnus was really, he wasn't going at a 181 pace, I know that. But Samuel Levinsky of Staples, he's up around 178, so not too far behind there. Trevor Fuller of Ridgefield, Michael Kaminsky of Danbury, Sullivan Dunn of Ridgefield, Benjamin Buchhalter of Staples, Oliver Samuel of Staples, Aidan Nelson of Ridgefield, Connor Garrett of Hamden, Alexander Medina of Hamden, Alexander Glenn of Ridgefield, Benjamin Webster of Greenwich, Anthony DiBartolo of NFA, Kyle Jeffries of Danbury, Callum Madigan of Staples, Andrew Lima of Danbury, Dylan Jelliffe of Greenwich, Patrick Crowell of NFA, Ryan Newcomb of Greenwich, William Liebler of Southington, Donovan Canole of Hall, Crawford Cawthon of Glastonbury, Sebastian Halpern of Wilbur Cross, Chase Nizelski of Greenwich, and Banks Valentine of West Hill are the guys that were in the top 25 listing on athletic.net, a great place for getting your data. And top guy back is actually Kyle Jeffries of Danbury. He finished 6th last year. At the top, Magnus Manley was 16th, and he followed with a 8th place, though, at the state open there. He came up more there and all. And we have a few, Michael Comiskey of Danbury finished in 10th. So we've got a few guys coming back. A lot of seniors last year in Class LL, but it should be a good matchup, but between probably Ridgefield and Staples are the two teams we're expecting to get those two automatics for the Open, and the other teams mentioned will certainly be looking for the at-large spots, which generally come from the LL class. The majority of them do. So we'll see. And on the girls' side for Class LL, again we're showing some footage here from last year's Open Awards ceremony. Again, LL girls were featured fairly heavily in it. Last year, Greenwich was the winner with 48 points. Glastonbury a little ways behind at 71. Trumbull 117. Staples 132. Southington 134. Manchester 150. And Wilbercross 175. This year, it should be very close. Greenwich, they lost a lot. In fact, I think 5 between graduation of their top 3 runners and some others not coming back. I think they only have 2 back from last year, but they'll be in the running, coming in as maybe the favorite along with Glastonbury. They both seem to be at a 108 speed rating around there. You know, in all, Greenwich was the winner, and the F-Jack meet, and Glastonbury in the CCC meet. Also up there, you know, you never know. Could be upsets here. Staples would be the most likely team to do that. They were second in the F-Jack meet. And others that are certainly expected to be battling for, at least for at-large spots. There's every class gets 2 automatics, and then there's 8 spots that are decided on average time. So among the teams that'll be battling there, Trumbull, who they're at about an 88 speed rating. Darien, we're figuring maybe 81. Ridgefield 79. Fairfield Ludlow 75. Danbury 70, and Southington 61. So again, most of those teams, again, from the F-Jack League, with a few like Glastonbury and Southington from the CCC. Top runners, yeah, top by far in the state year. Brooke Strauss has been having a great year last year. She was second in the state championship there and all. This year, though, she is well out in front. She won the CCC by a very big amount. But Tess Sherry and Leave Sherry from Conard are, you know, they're in probably up in the low 130s. So basically that means about a half a minute behind Brooks' rating of 140, 143 or 141, one of the two. Others up there, Sarah Bogdan of Staples, Kaylee Coulian of Fairfield Ludlow, Robert McCoo of Greenwich, Claire Fuchs of Fairfield Ludlow, Karina Chan of NFA, Grayson Newman of Wilbercross, Lauren Peretta of Glastonbury, Maura Kane of Trumbull, Avery Coulter of Staples, Bianca Peretta of Stamford, Vivian Nimit of Ridgefield, Abigail Matthew of Glastonbury, Audrey Curtis of Staples, Gemma Hardwick of Greenwich, Jana Hall of Trumbull, Eliana Daplin of Greenwich, Eve Kalia of Darien, Ellie England of Greenwich, Angelina Ruggieri of Ridgefield, Amber Santiago of Wilbercross, and Ella Margolis of Ridgefield. Those are the top 25 listed on athletic.net. If we missed anybody, well, could be because maybe your best performance wasn't on a 5K, since this list is only from 5Ks and so forth. So, but those are the runners that are expected to be battling very strongly, and again, probably a battle between Greenwich and Glastonbury at the top here is seen, and but a lot of those teams mentioned are going to be going to the State Open.